Hello, I Anand Jain from Hanumangarh, Rajasthan welcomes you to your favorite Shridevi Classes YouTube channel where we inculcate interest and confidence in science, engineering and architecture subjects. Today in our playlist of architecture called as Green Building, we'll understand management of construction and demolition waste. First, we'll understand significance of C&D waste. Then we'll study the 3R reduce, reuse and recycle principle of waste management, and finally we'll understand disposal of inert construction and demolition waste, non-inert construction and demolition waste. So let's start management of C&D waste. Due to rapid urbanization in India, this construction sector is growing at a very high rate of growth, and growth rate is around 7 to 8% in last 2 decades, and it will remain continue at that high rate. Construction sector is the second largest economic activity after agriculture in India, and construction sector accounts for nearly 11% of India's GDP, gross domestic product. Now, massive construction activity heavily relies on raw material such as sand for concrete and mortar, soil for forming clay bricks, stone for structure as well as aggregate for concrete, and limestone for cement. The extraction, production, use of these construction material, and after construction, if demolition activity or reconstruction takes place, then there is also wastage, and this all have a significant ecological and environmental impact in our world. Construction activities generate vast amount of waste in terms of weight, volume and quantities. It is a mixture of surplus material arising from site clearance, excavation, demolition, renovation or road work. Construction and demolition waste consist of excess materials, packaging material, demolition debris such as concrete, wood, glass, sand, bricks and other construction related elements. Infrastructure development sector and real estate sector are the two bulk generator of construction and demolition waste. In infrastructure sector, construction and repair of roads, bridges, flyover, subway or runway generate considerable amount of construction related waste, whereas small commercial enterprises and individual house, residential colonies and other similar establishment considered as retail or small generator also contribute construction related waste. The waste generated by construction and demolition activity consists of inert and non-biodegradable material such as concrete, plaster, wood, metal, broken tiles, brick and masonry work. These construction and demolition waste are quite heavy, having a high density, and very often they occupy considerable storage space either on main roadsides or in some communal waste bin of municipal corporations. The total quantum of waste from construction industry in India is estimated to be above 100 million ton of stuff per annum, and only 5% of this 100 million tons per annum of construction and demolition waste is recovered in India. In any construction project, nearly 40 to 60% cost belongs to materials, and this wastage of material in construction industry is a huge figure in monetary terms. For construction and demolition waste, the manual separation of different type of waste is highly labor oriented, and mechanical separation using equipments is also very costly, as it require high tech installation and good investment is required for that installation. So the existing practice is to collect all construction and demolition waste together and dump that in landfills, or many a times construction contractor dump that waste in river or water bodies that affect both our land and water resources. managing the construction and demolition waste efficiently by segregating them as per the type of waste is very critical to minimize impact on environment for conservation of valuable material resources and to ensure regulatory compliance. For efficient management of construction and demolition waste, we need required strategies and best practices of construction for sorting different type of waste and reuse and recycle maximum amount of waste. Waste management in construction industry refers to effective handling, reduction, recycling, and finally proper safe disposal of waste generated during different construction activity and even in demolition activity. In Indian construction industry, excessive wastage of material, improper management on site, and low awareness for waste reduction are common feature. Construction and demolition waste make the municipal waste when it mix with that quite heavy and unsuitable for further treatment, where other municipal waste other than construction and demolition waste can be composted for energy recovery, but mixing of inert construction waste on that waste make things very troublesome. Stack of such construction waste choke the surface drain and very often they cause flooding on roads and low-lying areas. This construction waste also form an impervious layer on surface which adversely affect the growth of vegetation, prevent infiltration of surface runoff water into groundwater, and this all lead to high level of environmental imbalance. Hazardous waste in construction industry can take form of chemicals, asbestos, batteries, container used for hazardous material, paints, solvents, plastic products, and fuel used in construction activity. Such hazardous waste are harmful to human health. They can harm wildlife, pollute the environment and water resources. So these hazardous substances should be stored in an impermeable area segregated from other type of waste, and one must ensure that only trained individuals should handle and dispose these hazardous waste as per safety guidelines. It's a common practice in Indian construction sector where all unused waste is commonly used for filling the land without any segregation of waste items, and that cause hazards to both environment and ecosystem. And this practice is so because item recovered during construction or demolition when sold in market, they fetch a very discounted rate, and in almost all conditions recycling of waste material is not considered as a economic viable case. And at the same time, when waste material is dumped in landfills, there is no landfill tax or penal actions which is imposed on construction contractor by local authorities. In fact, the construction sector is not aware about the possibility of cost and environment saving that one can achieve by proper handling of construction and demolition waste. In fact, saving in time and cost can be achieved by proper implementation of the famous 3R concept for construction and demolition waste, and that is reduce amount of material used in construction project, and that minimize generation of waste in the first place. And for that we can use repairing or reconditioning of either the whole or a part of product. We can also reuse utilized products again with the same or different purpose with redistribution within company or resale to other users. And we can disintegrate waste material to recycle that for some raw material component as input for new processes or new construction activities. The first step for waste management is implementation to reduce wastage. The construction and demolition waste reduction can be achieved by optimizing the size of any new construction project that adapts to standard sizes of building material. We know our tiles are available in 8-inch, 12-inch, 16-inch, 24-inch sizes. Larger slabs, boards, metal sheets are available in the size of 4 feet to 8 feet. And as per those standard sizes, if dimension of building component is designed, then we can reduce wastage. We can make detailed planning and material estimation to reduce over ordering, that minimize surplus materials and ensure efficient use of material resources, effective monitoring of material used during construction, and precisely estimation of required material and tracking the amount of waste produced can reduce not only project costs, energy use, and it also reduce wastage in construction and demolition materials. When we purchase material in bulk amount, it will save cost of packaging, transportation, and this not only reduce expenses but also reduce wastage of packaging material. So we have to design better and construct more efficiently to reduce and minimize construction and demolition waste material. With reduce, reuse is another step of waste management, and in construction and demolition activities, all scraps and offcuts should be saved and properly stored. And when possible, we can use scrap or offcuts instead of purchase of new material, and such identified waste can be salvaged to other buyers for reuse, or it can be donated to some charitable organization to get tax benefits. We can also use packaging material again and again, that not only save construction waste but also reduce our expenses of packing material. And when we reuse any material on site, it reduce all sort of transportation and packaging cost too. So reuse of scraps and offcuts is a very wise step of construction and demolition waste management. With reduce and reuse, recycle is final step of waste management. Several construction and demolition waste like wood, glass, plastic, metals, and concrete can be recycled, and we can place recycle bins for sorting of waste material at suitable position in construction site, and this segregation will reduce the amount of waste collected in waste bin which is unsegregated. Now these glass, plastic, metal, different waste material got specific processes for recycling, and as per specific requirement and planning, we can recycle waste material. Concrete and rubbles are often recycled into aggregate, and that can be used for concrete production process. Wood can be chipped in small pieces, and that can be recycled into engineering wood products. And all metals, whether they are steel, copper, brass, they can be recycled. And for recycling process, a construction contractor should establish partnership with recycling facilities for efficient waste processing. Now, due to lack of disposable sites or landfills, and secondly, the limitation of natural resources, the recycling of construction and demolition waste become an attractive consideration. And a good waste management plan should remove recyclable and other waste from site after segregation as it is generated, to prevent built-up of waste material on construction site. And for that, a detailed site plan with area allocated for recycling waste and storage is essential, and that increase productivity and efficiency of construction and demolition waste management. The construction waste include hazardous waste, non-hazardous waste, and inert waste. And all three, inert, non-hazardous, and hazardous waste, require specific waste management strategies. Over 90% of waste generated in any construction site are inert waste, and that include debris, rubbles, earth, and concrete. And such inert construction waste is ideally suitable for land reclamation and site formation. And for that, we have to sort all inert waste material on site and segregate that from other waste material. And when properly sorted material is processed, it can be used for concrete or asphalt formation, and it can be recycled for use in construction practices or as road base. Non-inert and non-hazardous construction waste include bamboo, timber, vegetation, packaging waste, and other organic substances. Such non-inert waste material can be reused from scrap sizes, or it can be recycled, or otherwise it is also disposed of at landfills, but it cannot be used for land reclamation. And for that, we have to sort all non-inert and non-hazardous waste from other form of waste, that is inert and hazardous, and we have to store it at separate bins, and we can reuse this material whenever it is possible. For smaller sizes, we can use wooden pallets for other projects, or in the same project for different sizes. We can create a platform for recycling material like wood, cardboard, plastic, and metals. Or if material is neither reused nor recycled, then such non-hazardous waste can be dumped in landfills or at suitable selected disposable sites. In India, green buildings are rated by GRIHA certification, that is Green Rating for Integrated Habitat Assessment, and GRIHA attempts to minimize building overall impact on ecological and environmental conditions by saving in building resources, energy resources, water resources, and at the same time it gives emphasis to waste reduction. In GRIHA certification, maximum 34% marks are assigned to energy optimization, site planning, and water management respectively got 16% and 14% weightage. Apart from that, use of appropriate natural reusable building material and health and comfort well-being of habitat got both 13% weightage, and 5% weightage is given to strategies used for waste management in building operation and construction. So we can say inadequate planning of construction project, over ordering of products, damages and mishandling of construction material, insufficient and inadequate improper storage of construction material, damage caused by weathering to material, all contribute to waste produced on construction site. Construction and demolition waste occupy huge real estate and land area. At the same time, it's a great source of air and water pollution. Rampant illegal dumping of construction and demolition waste in lakes and river is also destroying our water bodies. Nowadays, due to lack of disposable sites and simultaneously limitation of natural resources, reuse and recycling of construction and demolition waste has attracted considerable attention. Effective waste management in construction project can reduce all harmful impacts of construction activities on environment. Efficient and effective construction and demolition waste material management demands a multifaceted approach, a comprehensive plan, best practices to handle waste material, and compliance with regulation, incorporation of technological advancement, and proactive approach to address future challenges and opportunities that exist in waste management, and implementation of reduce, reuse, recycle strategies benefit the environment, and it will contribute to sustainable and responsible construction practices. This beautiful informative learning video has explained the significance of construction and demolition waste. It has explained RRR concept of waste management, that is reduce, reuse and recycle. And in this video we have also explained how inert, non-inert and hazardous waste material is managed Our other learning video of the same playlist are equally useful, and the same learning video is also available in Hindi language. और यही video lesson हिंदी में भी उपलब्ध है. If you found this learning work useful, do like it and share it with your friends. Happy learning. Have nice time. Thank you very much.